Hi, I'm Mallory Stu, current president of Epsilon Phi.
Hi, I'm Erica Masino, and I served as president in the 2016 calendar year.
Hi, my name is Haley Trico, and I currently hold the position of vice president of risk management.
Hi, my name is Emma Sweeney, and I'm a new member.
Hi, my name is Isabella Grillo, and I'm the current member at large for Alpha Epsilon Phi. So just to jump right into it, in regards to our values-driven goals, last semester we had a 2-hour chapter, and we have one booked for next semester. We utilize this time along with reporting out meeting minutes, we utilize the length of the chapter to have values-based discussions. So for example, we'll hold a workshop, break off into smaller groups of sisters, and we discuss our values and our heritage and how this applies to us in our lives and as to a sorority as a whole. Branching off of our heritage, we have a past president of the Hillel Club as an active member of Alpha Epsilon Phi, so she talks to us about the Jewish heritage, each holiday, different customs that we should be aware of and to celebrate us as a sorority. Going off of this, at sisterhood activities and potlucks, we have, for example, we have challah bread, which is customarily the first dish that's put out and eaten, and we follow this custom, which is really fun for us. And branching off of this even further, we have at our upcoming sisterhood, we're talking about and exploring our Jewish heritage, customs, and traditions, as well as further diving into our Jewish founders and heritage. So now I'm just going to pass it off to Mallory.
So I understand you have all of our statistics in front of us, but I would like to touch on the fact that we greatly exceeded our philanthropy goal this past semester and currently doing so this semester. We found that sisters were really motivated to fundraise for our philanthropy, Charcher and Elizabeth Glazier Pediatric AIDS, and also this past September we did a restaurant fundraiser at Chipotle, which was minimal effort but a high benefit because not only did it involve fraternity and sorority life, but also the community as a whole. And because this is so recent, you don't have it in your documentation, we did win the Dining Dollar fundraiser, which was held last week in both dining halls, and we raised roughly $1,300 for Elizabeth Glazier Pediatric AIDS.
So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about standards. A couple of things that we've done to revamp this position has been that at our next sisterhood, we're actually going to go through our emergency action plan, which has policies and procedures implemented, what we would do if there was a disaster, for example, if there was an intruder in our house, if there was a fire, and we're just going to go through, we're going to take it down piece by piece, and we're going to actually skid it out just to make sure that everyone knows what they would do in that disaster. Another thing that we talked about through learning things through workshops and different showcases is the fact that not every sanction has to be a negative punishment. For example, if someone misses a philanthropy event, it will be more of a philanthropy consequence, or if someone misses an academic meeting, then it will be more of an academic consequence. So we're really just trying to take into consideration that we can better our chapter by making punishments more of a learning lesson than more of a punitive punishment. And the last thing I just want to touch on is VP of Risk Management and the chapter has created a new position called AAA, Always Act A Phi, and that position works with the Vice President of Risk Management, myself, and we look over all social media and make sure that all of our sisters are holding themselves to a higher standard, because we think that that's really important, especially because of the fact that Nationals does follow us on different accounts.
And just branching off standards a little bit more, specifically AAA, the reason behind the creation of this position was because we ran into instances where sisters weren't exactly portraying Alpha Epsilon Phi in a positive light on social media. So instead of taking this as a challenge and taking this negatively, we decided to take this as an opportunity and create another position and just really show sisters that it's important and educate them as best as we can. So through this as well, last semester, because of this instance, we held a workshop where sisters were broken up into several groups during our chapter meeting, and we talked about social media, how it could affect us negatively, positively. We talked about our values, we talked about accountability, we talked about controversial issues, and how all of these things correlate closely to our lives, and our personal lives, and our academic lives, and so on and so forth.
So nationally, we attend Summer Convention, President's Academy, and Summer Leadership. Eric and myself can talk about President's Academy. I attended this past February, which was a great learning experience. Not only did I learn leadership skills, how to tackle difficult situations, and a more in-depth understanding of our national and our history, which was just a great experience. And I did bring it back to the chapter with a small PowerPoint presentation. I felt as though the skills I learned there for leadership positions in my role could branch out to every single position we hold within this organization, because every position is extremely important. So I just brought up those skills with a PowerPoint presentation at the chapter that I returned from. We also recently just participated in the risk management showcase and the follow-up. We do attend the fraternity and sorority development workshops and fraternal summits each semester. And as for new member education, our new member educator this past spring did participate in the RISE partnership the last time it was offered. So we do have her detailed notes and her documentation to be passed on within the binder. So emerging new member educators can base their scheduling amongst that, and we encourage them to also participate in the RISE partnership once that is offered again. We also gave the new members a leadership PowerPoint, and within this PowerPoint was each position within our chapter, the ones that they should be running for now, and the higher executive board positions that they should look forward to running for in the future. And in front of you, we passed out the new member education schedule, so that is just a tentative schedule. So we focus on nationally as well as our values and dive in and have conversations about those. And now Emma Sweeney will talk about her process.
So within Alpha Epsilon Phi, there's 3 avenues to sisterhood. The first avenue is the new member process, which that basically consists of is 4 hours a week for 6 to 8 weeks. And what we touched upon was the breaking down of the core value statement, what it means to be a sister, our values as a sorority, and our Jewish heritage. We also did the leadership presentation, like Mallory said, and what they entail. We had a mock election within the new member process, where basically we did that so when we went into the actual election, it was much easier for us to transition. I was the correspondent, that's what I ran for, and that's basically the liaison between E-Board and the Active Sisters and the new class. We also did pro points. There was cultural sister and activity. For example, a cultural pro point would have been some of the young ladies in the new class, they went to Zuba together, or activity was we went to Burlington, we did ice skating, or went to other fraternity and sorority events. We also had Alpha Friends, Epsilon Friends, and Phi Friends. Alpha Friends basically guided you through your new member process and were there to support you and answer any questions that you had during that time period. Epsilon Friends helped you with your academics. They had the same major as you, and we met with them during midterms week, and they basically just supported you so that you could do to the best of your ability during midterms. And then Phi Friends just relay their experience from Alpha Epsilon Phi, and basically gave you the message of what they felt it was to be a sister when they were in the sorority. We also did the new member retreat, which was booked at Valcourt. We did small group activities, and we also bonded as a sorority as a whole. And speaking on behalf of the whole sorority, I think it was a really important day, and it was also super fun.
Okay, so moving on to engagement. So year to year, we encourage our sisters to run for positions within the Fraternity and Sorority Life Office. We've consistently held the position of president. Right now, we currently have Amanda Lee as vice president. We have people on the committee chairs, the community service chair, Molly Schroeder, she sits on that chair. So we definitely encourage sisters to participate not only within our organization, but within the office. Branching outside of fraternity and sorority life office, we participate in projects in other offices and other clubs and organizations. For example, Alpha Epsilon Phi participated in the SUNY's Got Your Back through the Title IX office, and also through the I Am an Ally campaign, and that was created by the Cardinal Public Relations Club. So we took a picture in support of this, and we wear our pins either on our jackets, on our backpacks, just to support the campaign. In terms of how we engage with our alumni and our parents. So every year we have a parents weekend, and it's coming up this weekend actually, and basically what the weekend entails is that they come to our pancake breakfast, so we get to explain more in depth how our philanthropy events, like how we do our philanthropy events, and also just what our philanthropies are. And later on that day we have a dinner, and they get to hear sisters' experiences in Alpha Epsilon Phi. They get up in front of the entire dinner hall and talk about their experiences. We talk to them about philanthropy and why we're here, why we fundraise this kind of money, and just like how much Alpha Epsilon Phi means to us. In terms of alumni, we have the standard alumni weekend every fall semester, but this semester was a little bit different. This past semester, fall, was a little bit different because our alumni weekend chair reached out to our founding sisters, and a bunch of them actually came. So it was just really eye-opening because they couldn't express how proud they were of us. Like it was awesome. Their passion for AE5 really was shown when they came all this way to see us and everything. So yeah, it was extremely eye-opening for us.
attention into the social media and making sure that everything that's being posted by the organization is appropriate. I'm wondering, what are some of the behaviors that people were taking pictures of that you were concerned with, and then what has the organization done to address those actual behaviors in addition to the social media aspect of it?
Well, speaking for when I was president, a specific instance was one of our sisters posted something on Snapchat where she was talking in terms of suicide, and it wasn't funny. So what had happened was Allison was made aware of this, and Allison made me aware of this, and then we sat down together and talked about how this could be a learning experience and a conversation rather than a complete punishment on her, and like really teach her how this could take down our organization and how it's really just inhumane to even joke about anything like that.
If I could jump in as well. Some different social media things, people may be posting pictures of alcohol, and if that's really, like, we want to promote that that's not really what we're about. We're more about our community service, our philanthropy, and that's what we should be promoting. So when I say things like that, that's what I'm referring to.
So you all were the first to mention family and parent engagement for the day. So thank you for sharing that and just, telling us a little bit about, sounds like a great weekend to be able to manage it. And I just think that that's great that you had that opportunity and to share something with your family and why this means so much to you. Can you talk a little bit more about recruitment and like what that looks like for you all?
Yeah, absolutely. So recruitment is, for the majority of the organizations on campus, a 2-week process. We hold events within the rooms here, and with that we do a quick, our first one will be like a quick informational, get to know everyone, names, majors, hometowns, things like that. This semester we also kind of did a trivia game for the potential new members based off facts about our organization, our heritage, things like that, just so they can get like a deeper glimpse of like who we are and what we do. What was also special about this semester's, the fall's recruitment was that we held our Chipotle fundraiser during that time, so potential new members could come to that as well to see how much we highlight our philanthropy.
So when you're looking at recruitment, what makes you all different? Like what do you do differently? Like during recruitment events or conversations, or why someone should join your organization?
I think it's really, we have a big focus on our philanthropy and also nationally who we are. Our last recruitment event is very personal. Each sister goes around or whoever wants to, discusses her experience within the organization, why she loves A Phi, why she chose Alpha Epsilon Phi. And we also show our national videos as well as our national philanthropy videos as well, which is just that event alone is a really special night for sisters and potential new members who are ready to make that leap into our organization.
And just to add on to that, I think what makes that so special is I know I could speak for myself and a lot of other sisters that those events, the last event Mallory was talking about with the personal experiences and the philanthropy and national videos, is what kind of sealed the deal for people with an AE5 to choose our organization.
It really just showcased their passion for the story that they had and just the bond that they shared. It was really nice.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with your advisors or faculty staff advisor that you work with?
Sure. So nationally, we have our national advisor as well as our national operations. So monthly, our national operations reaches out to myself, our VP of operations, and our standards. And with that, she prompts questions for us to answer about things going on within the month. Also, she gives us the opportunity to talk about what is upcoming with us. So we are in monthly contact with our national advisor and our operations. Upcoming this week, each semester they do 5 calls. So someone from national will be calling me just to discuss how the semester is going, what we have implemented for next semester, things like that. And as for locally, we do have an advisor, Cassie Chrisman. She works down in one of the offices downstairs, and we involve her. She's added to our Google Calendar and everything. We email her frequently. We tell her when things are coming up and things like that. So it's very transparent.
And just to branch off that, especially coming from national, they've been a tremendous help to me when I was president. I was on a texting basis with my advisors, my ops specialist, and our alumna advisor, and they provided so much help whenever I needed. So it was nice.
So you clearly do a lot as an organization to foster awareness and appreciation for the Jewish heritage of your organization. Can you talk about other things that you do related to cultural competency and social justice beyond the focus on your Jewish heritage?
I think this has to do with the involvement within the other offices, which is so important, with us branching out to other organizations and other offices on this campus. So just going beyond who we are, going to be involved with and understand who other people are, especially with the Title IX office, which I'm sure Erica could talk more about.
So this semester we partnered up with Title IX and we helped them with a project called SUNY's Got Your Back. And basically what this project entailed was that sisters collected items such as razors, socks, clothes, tampons, non-perishable food items. And these items will be stuffed into like little drawstring bags and they are provided for sexual assault victims. So it's something different. I don't remember the last time we partnered up with Title IX, but they definitely appreciated our help. So.
Any more questions? Thank you so much for coming.